Barbells and budgets, let's go! Live heavy, stack cash, steal the show. Fitness, finance, real talk flow. Brad and Luca on the mic, it's time to strike. Barbells and Budgets podcast.
All right, here we go. Barbells and Budgets podcast. Woo! Let's go. Let's bring the energy today.
Yeah.
We've got a special one. The Woman's Way to Wealth and Workouts. We've got a special guest today. My name is Brett Cotter. Your go-to for all things training, strength, and staying consistent in the gym.
Right on. And I'm Luke. Basically dealing with anything with a dollar sign on it. That's what I do. So bringing it to you real. Thanks for being with us today. Remember to like or subscribe.
Yes.
Out there, folks. And yeah, that'd be helping us out, and you'll help yourself out, and hopefully somebody else. So.
For sure. What you been up to this weekend, Luke?
Dude, this week, working out, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, kids going to and fro. Baseball is in full swing.
Right on.
And this
No
weekend,
pun
though,
intended.
I made it down to the Cotter Trout Festival.
Oh.
We've got our first sponsor, folks, the Bucking Goat Canning Company. You can see on my shirt here.
We are serious.
Yeah,
We have got sponsors now.
Yeah, let's get bucking healthy.
Yes, that's
their
our
slogan.
Bucking healthy.
Yeah. So I want to give a big shout out to my brother's wife, my sister-in-law, and she's doing great things with that. So
Yep.
yeah, she was down there.
You'll be thankful that you came on whenever this whole thing started.
Yeah. Oh, you'll notice also too that we do not have our headsets on.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no headsets today.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we figured out that we can use them and we don't have to use them sometimes. And
I kind of like them myself. They make us look more official. But
yeah,
hey,
Brett needs all helping.
so today we got a guest, so we're gonna go with them. I feel a little nude today.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Free balling.
So anyway, so you ready to get on with this?
Let's do it, man.
All right, here we go. We got so we have got a very big treat for you today. My wife, Amy Cotter, is on the show today. Yo! Shine! Can you send Amy in? Shout! Oh, here she comes.
Righty.
All right, here we go.
At least we've got one good-looking person here today with us.
Thank you.
Show just got a lot more classier.
We're classy anyway. All right, so this is Amy. This is my wife. So she's a mom of 3. She's a kindergarten teacher. She runs all 3 of our Shape Fitness Arkansas locations. She teaches spin class 3 nights a week. She's also a personal trainer on the side, and then she keeps our household running. So that I can promise you is a full-time gig right there.
Oh, I bet.
So
Especially with Brett.
yes.
That's another child.
Yeah,
Yes.
so this
The biggest one. Oh, this is going to be fun. We're going to team up on you.
Apparently.
You didn't know that was going to happen, did you?
I actually suspected this. So I've got my security card back there ready. Gary, you ready? Gary's ready.
Gary, sit down.
Flexing back there. So anyway, this lady may honestly be the busiest of all 3 of us here sitting here at this table right now. So she's going to give us some insight on what her day-to-day looks like and maybe give you guys some advice out there. Anyway, so Amy, so let's just go ahead and get to it. What does a normal day look like for you?
Well, I try to do as many things as I can in one day. So I'll wake up a little bit early, check on our gyms, check the cameras, see if anyone's had trouble keying in overnight, do anything that needs to be done for the gyms, bring my coffee, get ready for work. I go teach all day. And then if anything needs to be done for the gyms, I might do it during my lunch hour if I have time. After that, I will sometimes go personal train or go work on stuff for the gyms if some bookkeeping stuff needs to be done. And then I'll go teach my spin class, come home, cook dinner, take care of the kids till Brett gets home. Brett gets home about 7:30 or 8 most nights. And then we will team up and tackle it together till we get the little one in bed.
It is a team effort.
And I'll try to get my workout in before my spin class if the toddler will allow allow it.
Sure. We were busy today. She had to go over this morning and take care of the gym, took the kids with her, let me work out. She came back a few hours later. We knew we had a recital coming up, and so she got herself about a 20, maybe 30-minute workout in just in between. She just got it when she could, but she got it in. So anyway,
Yeah.
so
Amy, when did you realize you could handle all of this stuff?
yeah,
Because
it
that's
is
a lot.
It
I
is.
mean, folks, that's a lot.
But it did not happen all at once. It just
Yeah.
kind of gradually, just when we thought we couldn't handle anything else, life changes happened and new opportunities came up, and then we figured out a way to make it work. Whenever one thing that made me realize I could handle more than what I was doing is this guy here. Whenever we met, I was just a single mom, teacher salary, and I really didn't have any ambitions to do anything else. I didn't
Yeah.
think there was more that I could do, and I saw how hard he worked, and he made himself work out every day, strict diet, had other multiple jobs, and found a way to make it work. And so that motivated me to find a way to make it work myself. And so
Right on.
we just tackle it together.
I gotta ask, how did you all meet?
So I'll take this one. So here I am.
Here he is.
I'm just a single dad, I'm pushing around my cart in Walmart and I'm looking at protein drinks and stuff. And here comes this girl walking by. I'm not paying any attention, but here comes this girl walking by and she kind of bumps into me. And I look at her and go back to get my protein. Well, she goes by and then she comes by again. She's smiling at me. I was like, what? And then finally she walks by a third time and she asked me for my number. So that,
I don't know what story he's telling you, who he's talking about.
I'm not buying
And
that.
this is what really happened. He sent me a Facebook message that said,
Right on.
might have happened.
Right on.
I don't know you, and you don't know me, but I'm just taking a leap here. Would you like to hang out with me? And we've been hanging out ever since.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah.
I like my version better, but honestly, seriously though, I was working out at the gyms we own now. Whenever I was just in between your set or whatever, you're scrolling around on Facebook and one of those friend requests pop up, and I'm, I guess, being creepy or whatever, and I see this girl that the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life, and I promise you, this was the first Facebook message I'd ever sent to a girl on Facebook like this, just asking them out. So I sent it, just hoping maybe I'd get a hello back or whatever. And anyway, she actually messaged me back a few hours later. I'm sure she looked at my Facebook profile to make sure that I was
What was your first
legit.
impression? Yeah, what was your first impression of Brett?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard this.
Oh.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't think he was my type.
Oh,
I saw
yeah.
the muscles and I thought, this guy is full of himself.
Ah.
Whenever I got to know him, he's actually a really sensitive guy.
See, hey, it's all about personality.
It is. See?
Yeah.
Ladies. So yeah, that's how it happened. I went the next weekend. We met up at her house. I think we went out to eat somewhere. We went to Dave and Buster's and played around, and then went to her house and played Uno on the floor all night, just playing Uno and
Do you
Anyway.
remember who won?
I won Uno. I for sure won Uno. I remember that much. But anyway, it doesn't matter anyway. So we're not counting here. But anyway, so we'll move on. So fitness from a woman's perspective, we're gonna go with the challenges that women have. I train a lot of women, and this isn't just fitness, but this is probably in finances too. So Luke will put his 2 cents in as well. But anyway, I see a lot of women in the training world. I would say I have probably 60 to 40, 60% women, 40% men. Whenever I'm, if I put them beside each other, and I would say time, kids, energy, all that stuff. it's really hard for women to get sorted out. And the main thing there is you have got to put some time in for yourself. It's not, women are real bad about putting their husband first or putting their kids first or putting their jobs first, and which is fine, but there has to be some point in there where you have got to set some time aside for yourself, even if it's just 30 minutes to get in there and work out, at least clear your mind. If nothing else, working out is therapy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
on that vein, you gotta pay yourself first too, right?
yeah.
So while you're putting yourself, you've got to put yourself as a priority, right? But you've also making sure that you're taking care of yourself like you do, but also paying yourself first, right? And making sure that's in line with things too. So,
Sure. Yes. You need to add there?
No, I
You're
think
good.
I think you covered it.
Covered it all right there, man.
Yeah.
So ladies, you guys seek perfection too much. You don't always have to be perfect. You just need consistency with it. Okay. So I applaud you women for everything that you do. You
Doo-doo. Shelly, don't edit that. Don't edit that.
I
He
like
said
it.
doo-doo.
I like it. So, but you guys do a lot. So give yourself some credit, But so we'll move on here. Money and managing life.
Yeah, so there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot. I look back like on my mom whenever I was growing up, right? And she was basically the financial manager of our house, with budgeting, taking care of us, me and my brother, and just everything that goes into it. So I have a lot of respect for that. I just want you, to know that, and our audience to know that. It's just there's a lot, that women do behind the scenes to make things happen. And so, budgeting with kids, running multiple businesses. I mean, all of that stuff. What's the biggest financial lesson that you've learned though, like in all of this this journey that you've been on?
So younger me, my advice would be you do not need a credit card for a store like Ulta or Victoria's Secret or TJ Maxx. When I was younger, I thought that was free money.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
I thought it, and so I would max those things out. And I've learned now I do not have a credit card for any of those stores anymore.
Yeah.
And I budget a lot better now. But that would definitely be my advice: is you don't need, as a woman, we feel like we need to, we do need to take care of ourselves, but we have all this pressure to look a certain way, which costs money. And so you do not need a credit card. It's not free money for certain stores.
I like
So
that.
so that's really, I mean, my next question actually was, if you give yourself, your younger self, or any woman listening right now, one piece of wealth building advice that took you years to learn, what would that be? That might be that. It might be something else, though. What's especially, and why is that powerful for women?
Well, another piece of advice I would give, sorry, I didn't mean to jump ahead on your questions, would be you were never stuck. When I was a single mom on my teacher salary, I thought I was stuck with that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I didn't think about getting a second job or working from remotely part-time or doing anything like that, or investing or anything like that. And you're never stuck, and you always have a way. But you just gotta make time for it.
Yeah.
Sure. When I met Amy, like her life was just, it was real simple. There's nothing wrong with simple, but simple sometimes, like she said, gets you stuck in this spot, and you're never going to go forward, but you might go backwards if you're not careful there, because there could be some emergencies that happen there that set you back. But if you're stuck in that one spot, it's so hard to go forward by just doing the things that you are comfortable with. Okay, so even if you do have to get like a second side job or something, there's plenty of jobs out there right now you can do at home. I have some women that do that Amazon delivering packages and stuff.
Yeah.
And then they'll do that on a Saturday, and they take their kids with them sometimes, and they'll just deliver packages. And I don't know what it makes, but it makes something.
That's a really good point that I think needs to be said more, is that everybody's wondering, like, well, I work, but I don't seem to make ends meet, or this or that. Folks, the game has changed, right? The game has changed, and we're just not wanting to change with the game, with the rules, of the game. You've got to have side hustles in today's world. You've got to do whatever you need to do to get ahead, right? And just like you're saying,
Sure. Sure.
So,
Yeah, don't be too big to go out there and try to get a second gig. Like, go to an insurance office, see if they'll hire you just for commissions only.
Yeah.
Go sell homes. Do there's so many different options, but you just got to get out there and do it. So we're gonna move on here. Balance versus reality. So is balance real? Meaning, can you really balance everything out equally? Okay, so I'm gonna turn this over to Amy, kind of, because she balances a lot of our stuff.
No, you can't balance out equally.
Right. That's correct.
And there are some days when I drop the ball on some things, but then I may have given 100% to something else. It's just each day is different. There are some days that we have to get some things done for the gyms. We've got timelines that have to be taken care of. Those days, those are the priorities. And then, that day I might not be able to get a full workout. I may need to cut it down to 30 minutes instead of an hour or however long. Some days I may not get my workout, or I may just have to do it after we put the toddler to bed and get a quick one at home. No, you can't do it all. And you have to understand, you have to give yourself grace too whenever you don't do it all. I'm pretty hard on myself whenever I don't get everything done that I want to get done. But you have to be able to forgive yourself whenever you're juggling a lot and you're not able to keep all the plates spinning at one time, because you can't give 100% to everything.
Sure, most definitely you can't. You can't just say I'm going to give 20% here, 20% here, 20% here, 20% here, and 20% here. You can't. There's no way to do that. Like, our kids sometimes, like our older ones, love to act like our toddler is our favorite. She's not our favorite. We just have to put more time in with her because she can't walk down the damn stairs by herself right now. Like, I gotta hold your hand. Like, hey, kids, you guys can go. I'm gonna hold her hand. It's kind of like that. Like, you can't just balance everything out. There's no balance there. Yeah. Sometimes you're just gonna have to give a little bit more here, a little bit more there, a little less on this end. It doesn't mean you have to cut anything out, but you're gonna have to give less on something. Yeah. But like we always say, something is better than nothing. A workout is better than no workout. A little money is better than no money. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So,
what's a bad day look like, and how do you still show up?
Bad day is when we have multiple things going on at once. Yeah. Maybe something's going wrong at the gym. Maybe we have a kid sick. Multiple things at once just keeps hitting us. That's when it's a bad day. But we have we have a really good village around us. Like, we have both of our parents help take care of the kids when we need them to. We have an awesome office manager at our gym that helps balance stuff out. So we're not alone in things. But we do have bad days. We have hard days, but we get through it.
Yeah. So you just keep on trucking.
We do what we can do, and some stuff we might have to take care of the next day.
That's right. The next day's a new day, Yeah, right. Sure. I get that.
Yeah. How do you weave fitness and physical discipline into your wealth building journey?
Fitness and physical discipline into my wealth building journey.
Yeah. I mean, there's discipline that goes into physical fitness. There's discipline that goes into wealth building. I mean, do you see that intertwined in what you do? I mean,
oh, absolutely. Especially with I do personal training on the side too, is one of my side hustles. But doing that and making that extra money, that's my play money, I call. That's the money I spend on myself.
Right on.
And so I don't feel guilty for spending that money, and I can, save my other stuff. But I'm personal training, making money, but then I don't have time to train myself and go work out myself. So it's hard to balance sometimes. I will go train my client for 30 minutes, and then I'll go work out for another 30 minutes, and then go teach my spin class.
Sure. It's never going to be perfect.
Yeah.
One day is never going to be perfect.
Yeah.
But
you got to give yourself a lot of grace.
Sure.
Sometimes.
I like that. Yes.
Yep. Got to give yourself grace.
Yes, for sure. It's not about balance. It's about priorities, guys. Okay. So just remember that you can't balance everything out. Prioritize. Okay. So here we go. We're going to have some fun, Luke. All right.
I like fun.
I did not even put this one into the outline, folks. So here we go. we got a segment coming up here called Lucky Luke. Okay, so what Lucky Luke means is I've got a question that's been pondering in my mind, and I'm going to ask Luke right on the spot what his answer is about this, and he's going to answer to his best ability. Okay,
I'm gonna try.
So, all right, all right, Luke. I've got 2 questions for you today.
All right.
All right. So, what is a financial mistake you see people making that drives you crazy? I got to know this one. Dig deep, brother. All right.
They get folks get saving and investing screwed up.
Okay.
That drives me nuts, because I saw the same thing with my own parents. Like after I became a financial advisor and realized what they were doing and had been doing, you got savers. Like there's some people that are really good savers, and there's some people that are really good investors. If you've got a saver and an investor together, if you've got that in your own DNA, you've got a really wealthy person. You've got a really wealthy family if they can get both of those right. Because investing is not putting your money into a CD or a high interest savings account. That's not investing, is it, Brad?
No.
Okay. It drives me nuts because it's like, you can see the potential of what could happen there, and then it's not happening.
Sure.
And that drives me nuts.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I got you.
Just from an empathetic standpoint. Right.
It's nice to know what you thought of me when you first met me.
Yeah, I'm like, who's this freaking guy? Freaking musclehead.
Dumbass.
This freaking musclehead.
So, yeah, I had a bunch of CDs. I was earning about 3-4%. I came to Luke, and he let me know that he can gain me anywhere from 8 to 12%. So, even on the low end, whenever you're in when you're in the stock market, even the low end, you're going to make more than a CD. But, at least I was trying something,
Well, and that's another really good point, to be honest with you, is at least there was momentum. At least you were doing something.
Yeah.
Right? And that's a big deal.
Sure.
So,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You ready for my second one?
Let's do it.
All right, one more. So we're getting to the season to where these kids are graduating high school, okay?
Okay.
So this is what this one's coming from. So if I'm a senior in high school, I'm about to graduate, I've sent out my invitations and everything, I'm getting money back, my parents are giving me money, grandma's giving me $10 here, great-grandmother's giving me 3 pennies or something like that. It all equals out to, let's just say $4,000. I'm getting $4,000, okay?
Okay.
If you are a smart high school kid, there's got to be something more than you can do with this $4,000 than go out and put a down payment on a new truck.
Yeah.
There's got to be something more to it. Tell me what you would do with that information there, Luke.
There's a lot of factors and there's a lot of variables that would go into that.
Sure.
You want to make sure, obviously, that you've got the bare necessities of going to college, taken care of. Are we going to college, or is it? Yeah, that's the question, really. Are we going to college, or are we just going to trade school? Or
that's a good question. Okay, let's just throw college out of the equation.
Okay.
Either mom and dad are picking up college, or we're not going to college.
Invest.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, but how are you investing that $4,000? What are you doing with it?
Yeah.
Are you giving it to a financial advisor? Are you putting it in CDs? Are you buying a business? Are you buying a home? Are you buying a property? What are you doing with it?
I want to make sure that we've got at least $1,000 of emergency just setting aside in case whatever happens, and you never know what's going to happen, right?
Right.
So you want to have at least $1,000 setting aside.
You always say that.
And then at least invest the rest. Invest the rest. And I'll tell you, it wasn't high school money that I did this with. I didn't get a lot of high school graduation money, but I did invest every bit of what I did get from college into a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA is what I did.
So that's what you would do with it? You put it in a Roth IRA?
It depends. I mean, you can only invest in a Roth IRA or traditional IRA if you're actually working and have earned income. If you don't have earned income and you're not working, then, which you probably should if you're not going to college,
Sure.
or if you are going to college, you're probably going to still have some stuff there. But actually, just put it into an investment account. It doesn't matter if it's a Roth or traditional IRA or whatever. Put it into something that's making money. Not a high interest savings, not anything like that. Something with, stocks, bonds, talk to a good financial advisor and get it invested.
Sure.
Yeah.
And like we said a long time ago, you don't have to be wealthy to be with a financial advisor,
No,
okay?
you don't.
Just have a little bit of cash, just have a little bit of money that they can do something with.
Yeah.
And if you will start early, if you will start out at the age of 16, 18, 21, something like that, by the time you get to be 50 years old, we might be looking at retirement soon at that age, if we're investing that whole time. So it starts young.
Yeah.
It starts real young.
Yeah, the sooner that you can get into investing, the less that you got to put back, actually, because of the compounding interest that happens over time. And so, 1,000%.
Okay.
1,000%.
All right, so moving on here. We're moving on to this segment. I think we did this one last week, 1% better, but we're doing 1% better guest edition. All right, so Amy, 1% better means that we are giving someone advice on how to do something just a little better to get them closer to their goal, I guess. Okay?
Okay.
So usually I do the finance, or I do the fitness, he does the finance. You just ramble off wherever you want. You can't say anything wrong, okay?
Okay.
I'll let you know if you do say anything wrong. Here we go.
I'm going to give you some busy mom advice.
Okay.
You have to have a schedule. With kids, especially if kids that are in sports and different things going on. I have a schedule of when we have things to do for the gyms, when we have practices during the week with the kids. You have to have a schedule. But I've got another thing. I'm going to piggyback off what Brett said earlier about. But I'm the guest.
Here we go.
You have to take time for yourself because as a woman, we are always thinking about taking care of other people and taking care of other things. You have to. And it may not be working out. It may be just waking up early and reading a little bit of a book or listening to a podcast. Or, just
Nice plug.
Barbells
Nice
and
plug.
yeah. For me, sometimes it's just spending extra time on my hair and makeup, feeling extra good that day. Whatever it is for yourself that you don't help yourself feel a little less burned out, do it.
Yeah. There you
I
go.
like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So mine, last time I went into the workout side of it and said just get like 10 minutes of running in a day or walking or something like that. I'm going to go on the dieting side here. And sure, just 1% better. So let's just, my women have the hardest time trying to get protein into their diet.
Really?
Okay. Yes. It is so hard to get them to get protein into their diet. Yes. Carbs, easy. Fats, easy. Protein. And I think it's just women just aren't as big of meat eaters as a man.
they're not meatheads.
So yeah, right, exactly, right. Not dumb brutes like us, Yeah. So when God made me and Luke, he put in a whole lot of muscle and guy stuff, I guess, but a little bit of sensitivity in there.
Little dash of that.
Yeah. I don't know. So anyway, and so I'm going to say you just focus on your protein. Just a little bit. Protein is your building blocks of muscle. Okay, you're going to build muscle that way, okay? And I think I've told you guys this in the past. So the more muscle you have on you, the more the faster your metabolism is going to be. So whenever you're sleeping, whenever you're resting at home, you're going to be burning fat without doing anything. So you don't have to be on the treadmill burning fat. You don't have to be working out burning fat. At this point, you'll be laying down, sleeping, burning fat. So let's focus on your protein. We can do that from, of course, any meat, chicken, fish, beef, pork, all that stuff. But my most of the women that I train like to go for something a little lighter, like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, stuff like that. That's just a little lighter. Okay. Protein shakes, they're fine. Protein shakes are good when you're crunch for time. Okay. Amy's crunch for Amy's crunch for time all the time. So she just grab a protein shake in the morning, get it down. Anyway, so that's my 1% better.
Right on. My 1% better kind of piggybacks on what Amy said, actually. About taking care of yourself. And my thing is pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. Okay. That's a big deal. Before you do anything else with your budgeting or your finances or anything, make sure you're paying yourself first. And you can set it up automatically. Make it easy. You go straight from your checking account or your savings account directly to whatever investment account that you got. And then you just set it up to where it's just an automatic buy. Whenever that hits, it's just automatic. So super simple. Pay yourself first. Set it up automatically.
Okay. Yep. All right. So with those small actions done daily, create big results. Okay. So just try small things. We'll get better. All right. So moving on. What would you rather? Fitness and finance edition. Okay. So Amy, I'm going to slide this on over to you.
Okay.
And I'm going to let you read these to Luke and I.
Okay.
And so what we're going to do here is she's going to read these. Me and Luke, we're going to comment our own, whatever we think ourselves.
Yep.
And we'll make this kind of quick, okay?
Right on.
Go ahead.
Okay. Would you rather work out 2 hours once a week or 20 minutes every day?
Right there.
Luke?
20 minutes a day.
Okay,
20 minutes
nice
a day.
answer. Okay, so that is the answer right there because, and I'll tell you why. On my end, because 2 hours is not consistent. Okay, you really need that consistency of the 20 minutes every day. Okay, the consistency will be much better for your muscles, for your body, for your mind, for your metabolism, for your whole body. Okay, and that way you can also split up different muscle groups. All right, next.
Would you rather save $10 a day or $300 once a month?
Okay, so I'm going to say this one first,
Okay.
and then you can tell me how to do here, okay?
Yeah, there you
All right,
go.
so I'm going to do the 300 once a month.
Ding, 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 ding.
Right on. All right.
Hey.
So the reason I say 300 once a month is because $10 here, I might go spend that on something, But if I have $300, I'm like, ooh, I could put this in the bank, or I could give this to Luke, and
Yeah. Plus, it's
Right.
it's like it's one and done. Like you're done. Like
Sure.
you're not thinking about like daily, right?
Sure.
Hey, 300.
right on. All right.
Hey, would you rather have a six-pack year-round or be debt-free?
This is a tough one, though. I'm going to let you lead it off.
So I've never had a six. I know I have a six pack. It's under there somewhere. So I'm gonna be debt free. That's where I'm going.
Is that I just knew you would go six pack. I just knew you would
Nope.
because most people don't have a six pack. Like really want a six pack.
No, definitely
Okay,
could
so-
care less.
Okay, so I'm doing the debt free too,
Yeah.
and I think happiness would outweigh the happiness of being lean.
Okay.
And
Yep.
maybe if I'm debt free, maybe I'd have more time to work on that six pack.
There you go.
Yes, Okay. All right. So moving on.
Would you rather hit your fitness goals or financial goals first?
Oh wow.
This is a tough one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think that you could do both.
Would you rather? You're cheating.
Okay.
Dang it.
Okay.
Do I need to explain these rules again?
I guess so.
You gotta explain everything to Luke at
Me
least
dead.
twice.
Me dead.
Okay, so man, that is a tough one.
Are you ever really done hitting your fitness goals though?
Oh,
It's true. You're not ever done. You're never done.
Man.
You're never done. I've had
women's perspective right there.
right.
Yeah.
Right. So I won Mr. Arkansas, Mr. Missouri years ago, and I'll say I had the best body in the state of Arkansas and Missouri, and the goal was still not met. All right, the goal is still not met. So that is true.
Yeah.
But if I'm going back to the rules here, I think I'm going to go fitness goals first, because if I'm healthy, I'm going to be able to obtain some financial goals. That's what I'm going to say. But go ahead.
I'm gonna. I think I'm. Gosh, this is a tough one.
It is tough. Go ahead.
Gummit.
Come on now.
You know, to achieve your financial goals, you do need to have the proper mindset, and you do need to be healthy to do that. So I am gonna go with our fitness.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
There you go.
Hey, last one. Would you rather wear the same workout clothes forever or drive the same car forever?
Sam, Luke wears the same
Yeah.
workout clothes.
I think
he's wearing them right now.
I'm a military guy. I was a military guy, so it's like uniform of the day. It's like, okay, these are my 6th pair of black shorts that I'm gonna wear. I wear black shorts and a black tank top every single day. Okay, yeah. When I'm working out, not in the office.
There's flies around this guy's bag every day. Anyway, so I'm gonna go with the drive the same car forever, because I ain't gonna be up in the gym thinking like that. And I've got a little story to throw in on here, okay?
Oh,
so I kind of
snap.
talked with Amy about this a little earlier. We were talking about. So she went to Seven Brew one day, which is a no-no in the finance world. Going and buying a $10 coffee.
That was my self-care that day.
That was her
mental health.
Okay.
There we go. So anyway,
That was her grace.
that's right. Yes. So she's at Seven Brew, and this young kid comes up to her, and she says, I guess their waiter or whatever, and asked her what she does for a living or whatever. And she tells him, I'm a kindergarten teacher, and then she's headed to our gym. We own some businesses in town. And he said, and I may be getting some of this wrong, but anyway, I'm going to get to the point of it. And so he said, I would think you'd drive something nicer than this if you owned a business. Most business people I know own a nice car.
Oh,
And my
wow.
wife, he didn't know what he was saying. I don't think he really knew exactly what was coming out of his mouth at the time, but it, it kind of struck some feelings there. But and so my wife drives a Honda Pilot, a 2020 Honda Pilot.
Got it a few years ago. when
This
we
thing-
were having Jordan.
Yeah, this thing gets our kids around everywhere, gets her to work, gets the job done. So far has not broke down on us. So here's the thing, youngsters. Let me tell you something about this. So we don't have that debt. We don't have let's say a BMW that we have $30,000 debt on.
Yeah.
No, we have that bitch paid off. So all that money that we would be giving BMW or would be giving Mercedes, that money, instead of us putting that money to the Mercedes people, we give that to either Luke or put that in the bank for a rainy day.
They're paying themselves first. You're paying yourself first.
That's right. So we're not wasting money on a Bentley. We're building for our future so that one day me and my wife can enjoy going to Tahiti together, sipping on a drink on the beach somewhere. So that's the goal.
There you go.
We're working on our freedom. We talked about that last week.
That's it.
All right. So we are moving on here. So we're gonna wrap this thing up. So let's see. Just you guys be sure you're consistent with whatever it is in your finances, whatever it is in your fitness. Be consistent with it.
Right.
And not just don't do it consistency. Like get in there and get something done with your money. Get in there and get something done with your body. Okay. Priorities. Okay. And not everything's gonna be balanced. Put your priorities first.
I'm going to add,
Yep.
since I'm the guest,
Yeah.
and this is a women's edition.
Here we
Ladies,
go.
you are capable of more than you think you are. You can lift heavier than you think you can. You can make more money than you think you can. And you can do awesome things. Don't forget to take care of yourself.
Right on.
That is
Right
right. I
on.
like that.
Right
I
on.
like that. Yes. So if you've enjoyed this episode, make sure you follow the podcast. Please hit that share. Please hit that follow button. Share us. Tell somebody that needs to hear this. word of mouth means everything to us.
Yeah.
We just want to help people, you know.
Right on.
And if not, we have a great time doing this either way. You know, we come up here and we spend 30, 40 minutes on this, and we bullshit and have a good time. So we're going to start gearing up for our next episode right now. So this one is going to be called The World We Live In. So we will be discussing everything going on in today's world that either hinders us or even helps us in our own worlds of fitness and finance. Okay, you guys won't want to miss this one. We're going to bring up AI. We're going to bring up stuff that's going to be serious in the future, or it's right now. Okay, guys. So anyway, so you got anything else to add, Luke?
You bet. No matter how busy life gets, you can still find a way to show up.
Right on. All right, everybody. We'll catch you guys next time. Have a great night.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Amy, for being there. We appreciate it. All right.
See you guys
Later.